Hi everybody, Alex Explorer here from Expert Forex, and in today's video we're going to be looking at a unique strategy where direction does not matter. So as shown here, price can go up, price can go down, price can go sideways, it can even go backwards, and you will still have fantastic opportunities to create very successful trading results. So what we're going to see today are 4 trading robots, a free one and 3 other paid versions that trade this strategy on a set and forget basis. I'm also going to show you proven settings for this particular robot that you can just enter into the robot and let it trade from then on. So we try to make it as simple and easy to use as possible. In fact, there are only 4 settings that you need to worry about. And what's even more exciting, you can use these strategies on very low balance accounts. Okay, so let's get straight into it. I'm currently on a 3-month working holiday, and that's the beauty of trading robots. You can trade these robots on a continuous set and forget basis. And not only does that free your time, but it also gives you money to spend on your travels. So let's get to the basic question. So what does this mean? Direction doesn't matter. Now, very early in my career, I battled with stops. My stops were either too small or they were too large, and I got very frustrated trading with stops. So this technique gives you the opportunity to get a successful trade for any movement in the market, whether the price goes up, down, you will cash in a successful deal, and in the long run you will be very successful, and we're going to show you some live accounts showing this success. So that's what it means, is that no matter which way the price moves, you will cash in a successful deal and your account will be successful overall in the long term. In the short term it might go a little bit negative, but in the long term, and as you will see, the accounts go positive. And here's a prime example of an account, and you'll be seeing this account when we review our accounts, and it's the Euro CAD. It has an 80% growth, so the account is almost doubled. And here you can see that the price has traveled 640 pips upwards in one direction, then it came down 480 pips in another direction, then it went up 350 pips in another direction. So this strategy trades successfully in sideways markets and in strongly trending markets. So let's have a closer look at it. Now, the strategy that I'm talking about is grid trading, but not just normal grid trading. We have perfected the management of grid trading in that we can change grid sizes, and we have 2 legs that are active at the same time, and this has reduced drawdowns and improved profitability tremendously and made the EA very safe. So there are 4 versions here. There's the free version, which is the basic grid trading version, and then we've got generation 2, generation 3, and generation 4. And I'm not going to explain those in detail because this page that I'm showing you now does an incredibly good job of explaining how these strategies work. And it's a completely open strategy. There's no black box type of things. We tell you exactly how the strategies work. So all you need to do is go down on this page, and there's the basic grid trading system explained, and then it goes further, then and that relates to the free simple grid trader. Then we go further down, and this is all information about the basic free grid trader. Then we go to generation 2, explains how generation 2 differs from the free version. Then we go to generation 3 and explains how generation 3 is an improvement on generation 2. And then we go to generation 4, which is again an improvement on generation 3. And by the way, there's a fantastic upgrade coming through on generation 4. It's a free upgrade, and it is going to make generation even safer in terms of drawdowns. It's going to reduce drawdowns tremendously. And there's a video explaining the different strategies if you want to watch it in video format. But what I want to show you today are the actual trading results that have come about from using our suggested trading settings. So when you purchase the simple grid trader, you don't have to look around for settings and optimize and do all those silly things that robot traders do. You can just take those settings because they have a proven track result. They are much safer because we've built in drawdown reduction methods, and you can go and read all about it on this particular page. But let's go and have a look at the simple grid settings. It should actually say the simple grid settings and results. So let's have a look at that. But before I go there, then I must stress here that when you trade the grid system, you should try and trade as many strategies as you possibly can. The reason for that is that we cannot see into the future. We don't know which currencies are going to do exceptionally well, which ones are going to do half well, and others that are going to chug on with no real gains, and which ones are going to be in drawdown. And you'll see there are a few accounts that are in drawdown, but not seriously. So let's go and have a look at those results. And by the way, we have revised all the settings. There are 40 accounts being traded. We've gone through each one and we've made a small change to every single setting that there is. And that happened in the last 2 or 3 days. So if you have been following these settings, go and have a look at it. We've made improvements to the settings, because what we do, when you've got 40 accounts, you will have accounts performing poorly and you have accounts that are performing very well. And we look at the accounts that are performing well and we say, why are they performing well? And when we look at the ones that are performing poorly, and we then say, why are they performing poorly? And by that, in that process, we can then change the ones that are doing badly and improve their settings. So that's a process that we regularly do every 2 months or so, and we then create more potential growth for these trading accounts. Again, I must stress the importance of trading, of not putting all your eggs in one basket and trading a nice balanced portfolio. So let's start with the live account results, which were updated on the 16th of June. All these settings were changed. Must warn you, all of them have changed. One of the major changes that happened is that Generation 4 has created such safety that we can actually trade it with higher position sizing. So you'll see all our Generation 4 have higher position sizing, but we've also changed the settings somewhat. But you can see the results to date are pretty good. These are weekly returns. So there's one 5.9% weekly return, 5.8%, 5.1%, 3.7, 3.2, 3.7. And then there are a couple of negatives, but you'll see the negatives are actually quite small. I mean, that's most probably the biggest one, 5, there's a 0.3, slightly negative, and so on and so on. So the first thing you would do is you'd come here, you'd look at which ones are doing well and possibly adopt those settings, and you look at the ones that are doing badly and stay away from those type of settings or the currencies being used by those particular settings. So the overall results are fantastic. Out of 20 traded accounts, weekly return is 2%. Now 2% doesn't sound like much on a weekly basis. Remember, there's over 50 weeks in a year, so that we're talking here about doubling the account on average for these 20 live accounts. So really good return. The best return is almost 6%. Then let's have a look at the demo accounts. And the demo accounts also show a fantastic return, also a 2% average return and a 6.3% best weekly return. Again, we've colored it in for you, and we've said, and these are based on equity return. So what an equity return is, it takes your balance, your account balance, and it takes off the open deals. So that equity represents what you could actually withdraw out of your account right now if you stop trading. So you could close all the deals and withdraw the money straight away. So equity is the most accurate way of measuring the performance of your trading accounts. And here we are again. We've got some really nice equity gains here, and the weekly returns 6.3%, 5%, 4.7%, 2.6, 3.2, and 1.9. So fantastic weekly returns being generated by this demo portfolio of 20 accounts. Now it's interesting, the results, if you look at them, are actually better in the live portfolio than in the demo portfolio. But the demo portfolio has a longer lifespan. You can see the ages of the accounts are quite long, whereas if you look at the live accounts, the ages are slightly less. So where do you go from here? Firstly, if you're an owner of one of the generations of the grid trader, go and have a look at these change settings. Consider changing your existing ones to the change settings. They have been designed to give you a greater return on your investment. If you're not the proud owner of a grid trader, then seriously consider this EA. It is a set and forget EA. We revise the settings every 2 months or so that it's current in the current market conditions. It is a very robust strategy, and let's have a look at how many negatives there are in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 negatives out of 40. It just shows you how robust it is, and the negatives aren't even that big. So this is a very robust strategy. It has been improved, and we are upgrading Generation 4 to be have even lower drawdowns. Now, as always, links to anything shown in this video will be in the description of the video, as well as in the first commentary of the video. Now, this video was made in a hotel room. I'm on a worldwide working holiday for the next 3 months while the Southern Hemisphere is in its winter. So I want to move to the warmer summer climates, and therefore I'm actually on the road at the moment making this video in a hotel room. And I'm meeting up with traders in the 4 continents that we will be visiting. So from me, Alex Deploy, I hope you enjoy the peace of mind that this trading technique brings. Cheerio.